Good afternoon.
Good afternoon, madam.
Yeah, Shamu, is it audible?
Yes, madam.
I'll just try from my desktop. Actually, the PPT is in the desktop and there's an issue. That's the reason I've logged in from my mobile also. I'll just try to speak from the desktop. You see if I'm audible or not.
You are audible, madam. No, madam.
So I'll when I'm sharing the PPT, I'll do it from my desktop and I'll be speaking from this mobile. Okay, this small technical issue. I don't know, somehow I'm unable to rectify it. I've been trying since half an hour. It's not happening. So it's one. Shall we begin?
Yes, madam.
Yeah. Now, today we are going to do unit number 5. I'm sharing the PPT from the other screen. Yeah. Is it visible?
Yes, madam. Is it?
Yeah. So we are going to do block number 2, unit 5, that is word classes. So when we are dealing with the word classes, there are a lot of things that we learned in the first unit, right? First, second, third unit, we have learned a lot of new things and you are familiar now with them. I'm sure that you would have done a reading and you are familiar with whatever topics we have already done. And now we are going to learn nothing new. These are all old things which are there in English. Only thing that is happening over here is we are going to learn about them in detail. Now look here in the second slide. What is morpheme? So when you're when we are speaking about linguistics, as a student of linguistics, there are few terms that every one of us should be familiar with. So the first term that I want every one of you to know is the morpheme. What is morpheme? Morpheme is defined as the smallest meaningful morphological unit of a language that cannot be further divided or analyzed. So these are the smallest meaningful units of English language. And we all know that we are studying about the English language sounds and how to use them and all that. So this cannot be further divided or analyzed. Analyzed is something that you're going to do a research on that particular thing and try to understand what exactly it is like. So morpheme can be described as the smallest unit of meaning. It is the smallest unit of meaning. That is, any word that we are going to understand is first we need to know the meaning of that word, and then we should learn about how to use the word. In linguistics, morphemes are indicated by these marks. So the marks are very clear for you in the there in the slide. So those are the marks that you need to use when we are speaking about a morpheme, right? So in English, this is a small structure of morphemes, how we use in language. Don't go for the subdivisions and all, because when I'm teaching, I will explain all these things. this chapter, this unit is very important for you all to understand. So today we are going to learn only this unit. I'm not going to do in a hurry the second unit. I'm not going to explain today, so that tomorrow we'll get into the grammar part. This is an explanation. This unit is connecting you with the grammar of English language, and which is there with us. Without that, you cannot be speaking English, right? So in morpheme in English, there are bound and free. So he has used the term here, these two, and then we are going to learn about another term also in this class. We'll come back to this slide again later. So let us look at this one. What is a phoneme? Phoneme is the smallest unit of sound. See, we are speaking about words like, whenever we have already learned about the sounds in English, and then these sounds, the unit, whenever you speak about the sound, you are going to use this word. And now we have learned about morpheme also. So this is the smallest unit of sounds that makes a difference in meaning, or that changes one word into another. It changes the word from one word into another. For example, just see here: cat, hat, hot, hop. So when you say this word, the sound is changing here. So this is called a phoneme. Now let us get into the main part of what is there in the unit today. So we are going to learn about the word classes, or this is very close to parts of speech, what we have learned in our school days. A category of words, similar forms of function, a part of speech. So what are word classes, students? This is nothing but it is a category of words, form or function, a part of speech. For example, let's look at this example here: a small girl. Now when we are say this word, a small girl, you are looking, if you take them separately, these three words are, they give a different meaning altogether. So a separately is only a single thing, right? Small defines the size of something, and girl is a noun over here. So the majority of words in any language belong to a set of word classes which together constitute what is known as content word. So individually, when you look at these words, they don't give you a specific meaning. But when you put all together, all the letters together, you get a meaning of that. The majority of words in any language belong to a set of word classes, which together constitute what is known as content words. So majority of words in any language. So most of you will be having your mother tongue as Telugu or Hindi or Urdu, whatever it is. In any language, singly when we use a word, it won't be having much of a meaning unless few words are put together. And these words together are called the content words, right? You have already learned a little bit about the content words in the previous chapter. The word classes classified as content words constitute an open class. Now, as we are going into this unit, let me tell you there are few lexical words that you will be learning here. One is called the content words, and other one is called, the functional words. You have to learn about that. And then, most importantly, you need to understand open class and closed class. Now, when we are speaking open class and closed class, the word itself gives you a small definition of what it is. Open is something which is ready for a change, and closed are not ready for a change. Now let's look at the next words here. Many words belong to more than one word. That is, many words which belong to more than one word class. So word class is nothing but, as we go along the unit, you will understand very clearly what they mean to say by word class. For example, book can be used as a noun or as a verb. So now before we go into this grammar part, I would like everyone to participate. We all have learned in school days what are parts of speech. How many parts of speech are there? Can any one of you help me out with that? How many parts of speech are there?
There are
Anyone?
eight parts of
Eight, madam. 8 parts of speech.
Very good. I'm very happy that you gave me an answer as 8. Huh? So you'll still remember your school grammar. So we all know that we have 8 parts of speech. And quickly, can we get the names? There are few already there visible on the slide. We have noun there, verb there, adjective and adverb. And the others, can you add? Few?
Conjunction.
conjunction, interjection, preposition, and one is pronoun.
Very important word.
Pronoun.
Pronoun. Very good. Yes. Very good, Naushin. We have all 8 parts of speech. So when we go with noun, along with noun, you have adjective there, and then you have pronoun, verb, adverb, then preposition, conjunction, interjunction. So these are the 8 parts of speech that we have been learning since our school days. So what we are going to learn over here in this phrase, there is a difference between the traditional grammar and the modern grammar structure. So what is this traditional grammar and the new thing grammar that we are going to learn today? So what it is like, when the grammar started long back, when the English language came into existence, and the language, the people who have done a research and they said this word has to go with this, they have set some rules. So when they have set the rules, they have set it in such a beautiful way. When you start thinking in the language itself, you will understand that the arrangement of the words are not correct. So we are going to learn about how a word should be arranged, how one word can come with the other word. This is very important. So basically, you all should be thorough with parts of speech. There's a lot of exercises in the reader, in the unit, in this particular unit, where you need to use your grammar knowledge there. So before the session, I request every one of you to do a quick recap of the grammar that we learned in our school days. We'll be doing a little bit at the end of the session today. If time permits, I will explain all the 8 parts of speech for you once again. So basically what he says is where the word has to come is very important. Now just look at this example here. It is an interesting book. So the book here plays the part of noun. We ought to book a holiday soon. So here the activity that the person is doing, the noun is doing an activity here. What is the activity? He is booking a holiday. So here book comes as a verb. Now let us look at this particular word. He loves fast cars. So here fast is adjective. Don't drive so fast. So here it plays as an adverb. So these examples were given only for you to understand how the place of, the part of speech of the word changes. It depends on the context that we are using it, the situation in which it is being used, and the definition there. The meaning also changes every now and then, as they keep using it. Words that are identified as pronouns, prepositions, and conjunctions constitute a closed class, as we do not add new words to these classes. So what happens? This class, he means, these set of words which they call as class, they are identified as pronouns, prepositions, or conjunctions, and constitute a closed class, as we do not add new words to these classes. That means they are not open. Okay, please do understand that, right? Many words have been borrowed by Indian vernacular languages from world of technology. So he says that, there are many words which have been used or borrowed from the English language, and now we are using it in our languages, our mother tongue too. For example, all the gadgets that we are using, the computer or the desktop, or, for that matter, your smartphones, whatever you say, WhatsApp, now everybody is speaking about it, irrespective of their mother tongue. For example, even if their mother tongue is Urdu or Telugu or Malayali or Tamil, they use these words as computer only. There's no other word, new word for that for a computer. The word is same in every language. That is what they mean to say. And in your textbook, it is very beautifully given, the writer has given lot of good examples over there. For example, biryani. Biryani is biryani everywhere. So if a Britisher wants to have a biryani, he can't be giving a new word for that. So it's been accepted in the English dictionary, right? So you can do a small exercise, when you have find time, you can find the meaning of roti in the English dictionary. You will understand how it is described over there, right? So these are few examples that are there here. Now we have a sentence over here. See this slide, the next slide that I'm giving, this is not, prepared by me. It is what I found in net, and I just found it. It's very interesting, and so that you'll understand this better. Let us look at this sentence here. The umpires talk to the players. So if you take, if you remove these two words and make a phrase, the umpires, what do you understand out of phrase? See, we all know that, quick definition of a sentence. Can anybody tell me what is a sentence?
Combination of words.
Okay. Any other definition? Combination. Shamu says combination of words. Let me give you an example over here. Tree, man, tall. These three words, do they make a sentence?
No, madam. Having phrases in that.
So let me redefine what Shamu is trying to say. I would say that, a group of words which make complete sense is called a sentence. For example, the tall boy in blue shirt is Ramu. So when I say this sentence, it gives a meaning there. So that's the reason you can say that that's the reason you can say that it is giving you some sense. Or the bus is late today. So when I say that there's a meaning there, yes. So what is a sentence? A group of words which make complete sense is called a sentence. Now, a sentence is made up of two parts, which you learned in your school days. That is the subject and the predicate. There are a lot of exercises in the other classes that we are going to do, where you will learn more about the subject and the predicate. So subject is nothing but about what is spoken about in the sentence is called a subject, and what is spoken about the subject is called a predicate. And let's come to phrase and clause over here. Shamu has given a word clause over here for you all. Phrase is nothing but, they're a group of words which don't make complete sense. For example, the umpires. If I say, the boys, that's all, and I don't give you any other word, does it make sense? No, not complete sense at all. So you can also raise a question over here. The umpires, what, and it is not answered. Now let's look at the other part of the sentence. Talk to the players. So if the umpires are the subject, what is the work that the umpires are doing? They are talking to the players. That is the action done by them. So the umpires is the subject here. Talk to the players is this predicate over here. And also the phrase here is the umpires. And the clause generally has both the subject and the predicate. Here, this is not a very good example of a clause, but we'll come across other sentences where I'll explain to you about it. Now let us look at this word. Which part of speech does it come?
Article.
Article, very good.
Articles.
So they come under articles. So when we speak about the 8 parts of speech in English, where are these articles fitting actually? A, an, and the are not fitting anywhere. That is what you're going to learn about this in the chapter again. There are a lot of questions arising on how can there be only 8 parts of speech when the articles are not fitting in. Okay. Now coming to this particular thing, each letter, each word here is called a morpheme. And phoneme is what? It is the sound, the smallest unit of the sound. So we learned how to represent the sounds in the previous class, right? So this is how it is given. This I found it very interesting when I was browsing online, and I felt you would understand it better. So I hope everyone understood this particular thing. Can we move on?
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah. Now coming to how are we going to determine the word classes? Now the traditional grammar, I've told you traditional grammar, it refers to the collection of prescriptive rules and concepts about the structure of a language that is commonly taught in schools. So this is what we have been learning, you and me, when in our school days we have learned the grammar which the English teachers have taught us is based on the traditional grammar. The traditional English grammar, also referred to as school grammar, is largely based on the principles of Latin grammar, not on modern linguistics research in English. So as a student of linguistics, you need to remember this, right? The traditional grammar is often prescriptive. This is already what we have read here, but little as unscientific by those working in linguistics. So what they felt is, when researchers were working on the English language, they felt that though we are fixed to these rules, there are a lot of questions which are unanswered. So how they are unanswered, let us look at that part. For example, let's take noun. What is a noun? It is the name of a person, place, animal, or thing. And we all used to play this game, name, place, animal, thing, in our school days. I hope you all have also played it. So it is called a noun. So when we are speaking about these words that are noun, let us look at the words like honesty, courage, beautiful. So we have few words which are also called as abstract nouns. Do you know what is an abstract noun? Can anyone explain what is an abstract noun? I don't want the same people to be answering. I feel, Shamu and Naushin are only two people who keep answering. Others are not responding. So let me just explain what is an abstract noun. Abstract nouns are very important nouns. They play an important role in human life. These speak about the emotions that we have. For example, anger, love, hatred. All these words come under it. You can feel them, but you cannot touch them. That is what it is like. So let's say we go out in a train. We are traveling by train, and when you look out of the window, you like the scenery there. So the scenery is very beautiful and all that. You can feel it, right? But can you just go and touch it and all? Even if you touch, you'll be touching the mountains or the grass or the animals over there. But the real thing is not there, right? So these are the abstract nouns. And the question is, how come, these words are called nouns? This is unanswered by the traditional grammar. This is where the research started happening. Okay. There are 8 word classes in parts of speech. So what are word classes, students? I hope you understood now. The parts of speech, each one individually is now called word classes. And where do the articles a, an, and the fit in? So this is what is a question for you, for me also, and for everyone as an English teacher or a student. We need to understand that this is what it is like. Now, hence, words are further divided into content word and function word. Now, let us look at this content word. The content word, it says nouns, verbs, adjectives, adverbs are some types of pronouns, interrogative and demonstrative, constitute the larger class of content words which contribute the lexis meaning of sentence. So he says, these are the words which come under the content word. So let's take an example here. I have given Telegram over here, the Postal Department Telegram. I'm not speaking about the app Telegram because I know every one of you all are well thorough with the smart phones and the apps that are available for us. So did you ever hear about a Telegram?
Telegram, yes, madam.
Yes, very good. So Telegram was, it began in the year 1832 when the Britishers were there, and later it was closed on 15th July 2013 because people are not using it much, and everybody's entered the world of technology so much. They're using it in their day-to-day lives. Now, mobile phones, they have emails. So, to reach out to any person, it doesn't take much of a task for us. We can immediately mail them and get in contact with those people. So in the telegrams, you have, like something, they were sent like this: results announced, contact office. Mother expired, start immediately. This is what a telegram was given like this. And what happens when a sentence or a word is given like this? They are open to the possibilities of adding new words to the class. So in here, I can add some more content. For examples, the results have been announced. Kindly contact the office. Can I refer it like that? Yes. So
Yes, madam.
that would give more sense. Yes, that would give more sense to the words that are given there. So these are like, the words that are given in the telegram here, they sound more like a hint. Have you done activities like hint words are given and you write a story down? The exercise is given in English. Follow the hints that are, use the hints that are given and frame a story on your own words. So the same thing over here. Mother expired, start immediately. So more information also can be given. So when these words are open for adding up new words, it is called the open class or the content words. The content words give this opportunity for adding up new words. Now let us look what a function word is like. It is a word whose purpose is to contribute to the syntax rather than the meaning of the sentence, for example. So these are words, uh, their whole purpose is to contribute where to use the word, how to use the word, what is the grammar and the rules that are there, where it should be placed. For example, look here in the sentence. We do not live here. Now, what is the role of do? Do says that, we are not here at all. It emphasizes on that particular part. So function words are more grammatical in nature. They connect parts of sentence. Let's say I remove do over here. We not live here. Does it make sense? No. So that is what they do. Function words. Mugisha, I think there's some drawings happening from your end here. Function words include determiners, conjunctions, prepositions, pronouns, auxiliary verbs, modals, qualifiers, and question marks. So when we speak of all the important grammar rules that are there in English language, all these fit in as the function words. Function words are also known as structure words, grammatical word, form word, empty word, function, or grammatical morphemes. So these are very important for you to know. Why is it called an empty word? Because you can fill word there. That's the reason it is called empty word. And function words are closed classes. That means it is fixed. Can you fill in words over there? No. That is what it says. I just now said that, empty word because you can add in words. But what does it say here? It is closed. That means it's not open for any changes. Now there's an example for you all. Just look at this slide here. Their function is mostly like the inflectional affixes and suffixes or prefixes. Now what is this suffix and prefix? Prefix is a word which we use before the words, before the word. For example, prepone. You must have heard this. As a student, we must be aware of this word. When you're in our school days, there's an exam to be conducted and suddenly they say preponed. Preponed is we are adding before the word poned. So it means it is the exam has been scheduled before time, not on the date that has been given. Let's say I use the word postponed. That means it is happening at a later date. So these words that are added in front, the letters pre and post, these are called what? Prefix. It is before the word. Suffix is end of the words. So we'll be coming across a lot of words. You can see here a few examples for you. The word yes, it is used at the end as to say is that the action is done, right? So progressive, still the action is happening. That is the reason studying, like you are studying. Past tense, we all know when we'll be doing in detail in the next 2 classes about the tenses. So it is about how the action that has happened. So the session has happened, or I walked, I talked, I ate. That's what it is. And comparative degrees, we'll do it when we are doing adjectives so that you will know what it is. Comparative degrees of comparison is what it comes when we deal with the adjectives part. When two things are compared, you use the word er at the end, right? And suppose there are words like beautiful, which has 3 syllables. What do we do? When it is in the positive degree, we use the word as it is. When we are comparing, we say more beautiful. And
most
beautiful in the superlative degree. Right? Very good. So now coming to the next heading that is there in your unit is the morphological test. Morphology. What is this morphology? When as a student of science, my background is little science. So if a science student looks at it, he thinks it is a cell structure and all that. But here, it is a branch of linguistics that studies the internal structure of words. So here also it deals with the structure, internal structure of words. It is a useful tool to determine membership of word classes. So there are different, this will help you to understand which part of speech the word belongs to. The word class is nothing but the parts of speech. In morphology, we distinguish between two major types of affixes. So inflectional affixes and derivational affixes. These are very important. There's a chart there, which I'll be showing you now. And the first I have shown you the slide that will explain how they are further classified. Okay. So when you're in your
Madam,
paper and
Voice is
about
not
this,
proper.
help you understand at least the line that you have topic. The words in the language with the help of existing words. So this is something from the words that are there, they give new words. Yeah, Mugisha, any question, ma? You have raised your hand. Okay. Not okay. Am I audible?
No, slightly some of the disturbance is coming in between, madam.
Disturbance is coming in between. Okay. Is it clear now?
Yes, madam. It is
Hello?
clear.
It is clear. Okay. Now let us look at this. The origin of derivational affixes, noun forming affixes, words. That is at the end when you add this word, er, or ness, ing, and you have words like DOM, HOOD, SHI, PH, and LET. You have examples given over here. I hope the examples are visible for you.
Yeah, it's visible.
Are they visible?
Yes, madam.
Yeah. So when you use this, yes, thank you, Shamu. Use this word er at the end. What is this that are formed over here? Right. Yes. And then NESS, you have ugliness. Then singing, playing, freedom, kingdom, brotherhood. So these are few examples in here. There are a lot of examples given in your textbook. Now, after the next 2-3 slides, I want one of you to open your textbook so that, when you go along, we'll be redoing your read again, so that any doubts you can ask me then. Now, these are the morpheme that we have been speaking about, the English derivational morphemes. These are few examples for you here. I hope you can just go through a quick glance at those words. They will explain. There are some exercises also given in your textbook based on these. Okay. Right. Now I would like you to see this. This is one chart that I found very interesting, which was very clearly explained in it also in the textbook. This is how it is. The words are without anything over here. Can you see the prefixes and the suffixes there? So when you add them, you have a new word, formation of a new word there, right? So this is the second word that we are going to learn about now is a new thing. I want you all to open your reader here. I'll stop sharing this I'll share it again, the PPT. I want you all to open your reader. Am I visible?
Yes, madam.
Yeah. Now, can you just open your reader? Unit 5. Page number 84. Already, everybody is ready?
Yes, ma'am, we are ready.
Yeah. So now when you see the heading 5.3, I want you all to see 5.3.
Morphological test.
Yes. So this, I have just posted the same thing in your slide there when I was showing you the PPT. These are all given in the textbook itself. So when you go through these words, you know, the inflectional, affixes and the derivational affixes. These examples that I showed you on the, in the PPT, but there are beautiful explanations and examples given in the read. Now look in 85, page number 85, word there. Look at the word read. Yes. So how it keeps changing by adding a letter at the end. Reads, reading, reader, readable. And here again, the word class is also changing. It is not the one and same everywhere. So what is word class? It is nothing but parts of speech. So the word here, just look at the explanation there. In the paragraph below that, you have an explanation how it is changing and which form. I want you all to turn to page number 86. 86. So when we look at the words in English language, we have different words, and you know the words and their structure, or placing itself in the parts of speech, or the word class of the word keeps changing on its modifications. How does the modification happen? Only by adding the suffixes or the prefixes. So let us look at this. Page number 86, you have the verbal inflections in English. In English, verbs carry the following affixes. For example, walks, reads, sings. So what is there? The word that is there added over there, S. So we did this in a slide just now. I showed you about ing, ed, en. We have done, kingdom. Then, you have done about using words with od and all that, right? Childhood, words like that. Now the nominal inflections in English. In English, nouns carry the following inflectional affixes. For example, boy. So these are used when we are speaking about the plural. For example, singular plural you would have learned. This is called the noun number in English language. So when we speak with reference to that particular part, when we speak about a single object, we use simply the same word. But when we are speaking about more in number, so what do we add? S at the end, right? You have different examples like, church, churches. So when you, what is the word that you, what is the letter that you add in that?
Yes.
Any one of you? What is the, when we say church, in the plural form, what letters are we adding at the end?
Yes, madam.
Yes, very good. Very good. So we know that now we have use ES. For example, watch.
Watches.
Watch. Watches.
Watches.
So ES we have added here. Very good. So these are, there are a lot of words. If we discuss, I think a day is very short for us to discuss about all these words. There are a lot of words that we come across where we add ER at the end, S at the end, then ES at the end to make it a plural form. So now there's an important point which is highlighted in the page. Can you just look into the paragraph there? The most important point that is being made here is how we can easily determine the word class of any word when we see these inflectional affixes attached to those words. So how this is, these words when you, these letters when you add to those words, how they change is very important. For example, they have given a word here, broken, tells us that the word is verb. We can clearly see that en is attached to it. I hope you understood this part. Everyone?
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah. So now let's go to the next paragraph there. So we have the derivational affixes over here. So they speak about, these words, they derive, these are the words which derive from one word class into another word class. So they help us in determining the word classes also. Like, there are many words which act as a noun. They also have a adjectival forms. When you go through a dictionary, this is a small activity you can do. Just go through a dictionary when you are free after the class. You will find that, when we open a dictionary, whenever we are looking at a new word there, the word is given, then the word, other forms are also given there. If it is if it also has a prepositional form, the noun form is also mentioned over there. The adjective form is also mentioned over there. And then even the noun forms are also very clearly given. And also a sentence as an example is also given there for you to understand how to use it, right? So now turn to page number 87, where, there's given a conclusion, a small highlighted one is there. Thus, we can see that a derivational affix attached to a word, we get clues. One, about the word class of the word to which it is attached, and two, the word class of that is formed by attaching the derivational affix. So these words, these letters, when you are attaching to it, when you look at the word, first thing you will understand is how the word is formed, and second, what are the letters which are attached to it to make it that form, okay, to give it in that form. Now, there are few affixes that are given and mentioned here. There are words which I have already shown in the slides previously when we were looking into the PPT. You can give a quick reading for this. Normalizing affixes are words, like TION at the end, association, communication, determination. So please read them thoroughly. These are very beautiful examples that are given here. And I request every one of you not to browse again and get confused. Don't go into different sites to learn about these things, because this is a compact definition and very nicely explained in the textbook in the unit. I want every one of you all to do the reading at least twice, thrice. Today we are doing only this unit. I'm not going to do the next unit today, because I want you all to be thorough with all the new terms that you are learning in this chapter today. There are a lot of words that you have learned till now, and these are very important. Now let us look at the next affix there. What is added at the end? Can you tell me the next one? I hope everyone has textbook with them. IC? Yes. IC and IC. Okay. And you also have AL over there. Okay. So these are like a sincerity, punctuality, acceptability. ITY is added over there. Right. Now let us look at denominalizing affixes. So when you look at these words, you will find that, IC is added at the end. Acidic, alphabetic, and next you have graphic. So these graphic is a word which you are using in the modern technology. You all are thorough with these words, right? And then let us look at the next one, adjectivalizing affixes. Yeah, there's some friend of yours showing the reader for those who don't have. So you can look at there, she's sharing it. So these are adjectival forms, and you have these words like, you can use it. There are few examples given over here. These are derived from adjectives. So I'll just share the one PPT slide so that, you'll understand it better. Yeah, you know now that, the prefixes and the suffixes will help you form the new words. When we are speaking about these affixes, we have yes, yes, ing and ed over here, right? Now look at this example there. One second. Now look into your reader. I think the slide is missed out. So we have the adjective forms and the de-adjective forms over there. Now you can give a reading for that later after the class. Now turn to page number 88. In page number 88, you have an exercise there. Check your progress. So I think we can start only one example, point 3 there. I would like in one of you all to participate and give me the word class of this. Can you try, any one of you all? Check your progress. First word is estimation.
Nominalizing affixes.
Yeah, I asked you, I want you to tell you which word class it belongs to. That means which part of speech. Look into your reader, page number 88. Page number 88.
Noun.
Yeah. Can you see there? There is an exercise there. Check your progress. The word is estimation. Can you tell me what it is? Is it a noun, an adjective, a verb, or an adverb?
It is a noun.
It is a noun? Okay, good. So that is what I wanted to know. That's it. Now I request every one of you all to check your progress and be honest with yourself and try not to check the answers. Try answering them first, and later you can think about looking back for your checking your answers. Okay. Now let us go into 5.4. We have still only 15 minutes. There's one more topic that we need to complete here. So syntactic tests for determining the word class of particular items rely on the distribution of the word in a language. Now we are speaking about how we are going to the grammatical usage of those words and where to place them. This is very important. What comes after which word class? So word class is nothing but parts of speech of the word where it is placed. Now look into your reader, page number 89. Very clear explanation is given over there, and how it comes and all is also given. And those who are already done schooling and all, when you have listened to your teacher over a period of years, you know that, this word goes with the other word. So that's very important. Now look at this example there, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. The numbers are given there. Boy, the tall boy in the corner, the tall boy who spoke to me yesterday. These words, just look at those words. Do you think singly they give a meaning for you? Yes? Boys. The word boys says that they're speaking about, that's it, the boy. So when we are using this article in front of that noun there, it is specifying about one particular boy, right? And what is the next sentence when you look at it? The tall boy. So now it is more specific. It speaks about a particular boy in, right? The tall boy in the corner. Now this is more clear. It emphasizes about the boy who's standing in the corner. That's very clear. He speaks about the person who is there. The tall boy who spoke to me yesterday. So when we speak about any sentence like this, what do you understand? Now, can you tell me the part of speech of the word the over there? Someone helped me out previously when we did a sentence on the slide. You told the parts of speech of this each word over there, right? What is the parts of speech there?
Article.
Article. Very good, Mugisha. Then what is tall telling over there?
Adjectives, madam.
Adjective.
Adjective. Okay. Boy.
Boy is a noun.
Noun. Okay. So these three is very clear with you. Now coming to the next exercise there that is given there, they have given the sentences has been filled up. You can see, look into your reader there. Boys are more demanding than girls, right? The boy is eating an apple. The tall boy is eating an apple. The tall boy in the corner is eating an apple. The tall boy who spoke to me yesterday is eating an apple. So, is it not giving you a very clear picture of whatever, about whomever we are speaking about? That is the noun. What is the noun? How does he look? And how is he, what is the action being done by the noun is very clearly explained. But when you are adding few new words over there, is it accepting the sentence is very clear with the new words, right? So this is an open class, and it is also clear where and when to use the word. It is very specific. Like when you see the next 4 sentences that are given and the explanation that is given in the paragraph down, clearly it indicates the position of the noun and the words that you are using, whether you are using a preposition or you are using an adjective, how and when to use it and where to place it. Now look at that word, the sentence there. It is only 16th one. I want everyone to look at that particular thing. The is given and nothing is there. What can you fill there? Let me know. Give me some
Boy.
examples. Boy. Okay, the boy. Any other word? Not the same example that is given in the reader. Anything else?
Woman.
The woman. Okay, good. You got only these words. Fine. So what do you understand when an article is singly given? What is the word that follows the article? What is it? Just now you told me 2 examples, right, Mugisha? So what is the parts of speech of that word?
Noun, madam.
Noun.
Noun.
Very good. So now you understood. So whenever an article is given, next to that, if there is no word given, what will you use over there? A noun.
Noun.
Okay. So you will have an exercise like this in your exam paper also. So check your progress. That's the reason we have been more specifying, asking you to do check your progress. So when an example like when a question like this is asked in your exam, you will be ready to write the correct answer. So now when look at the 17th one, the tall dash. What would you add there?
Boy.
Noun.
Very good. So what is following the article over there?
Noun.
No. The
Article. Da.
what is tall?
Tall.
You gave me the answer.
Boy.
Adjective.
Adjective. Very good. Adjective. Tall is an adjective. So when an
Yes.
article is followed by an adjective, what do you add next to that?
Noun.
Noun, madam.
Very good. So now your 17, 18, 19, all these are only regarding the noun, the position of the noun, when to use it, after what you are supposed to use it, is clearly explained in the paragraph over here. Followed students, you can read that also. You can read that paragraph there so that you'll understand it clearly, very clearly, how to use it. So the syntax is not particular about the word or its shape, but rather about its word class. That means it is very particular about how you use the grammar there. Grammar is very important. You can't be just saying a word or repeating it as you like it. So same like I explained to you, spoken English is totally different than the written English part. When you write, you have to follow the rules and you have to be very specific. When we speak, suppose even if I don't find some word, I can do an action or show something and speak about it. It's not the same when you are doing a writing part. Okay. Now let us, there's only 9 minutes left. So let us look quick. The 20th example, I want every one of you all to look here at the 20th example, which is given in page number 89. Dash are more demanding than girls.
Boys.
Boys are more demanding than girls. Okay. So this is a nice sentence. I think all the women can feel happy about it, reading it. Yeah. So the noun will act as a subject of the sentence. So I also explained to you what is a subject and predicate and how the sentence is divided into subject and predicate. So you're clear with subject and predicate. So here, what is the subject of the sentence? The noun is the subject of the sentence. And what is spoken about the sentence, noun is also called a predicate. What is the syntactic frame tells us is that only one word that appears as a subject of the sentence, that word has to be noun. Now, what is this rule here? I hope it is clear for you all. You can reread the sentence again also. It is there in page number 90. It is very clearly mentioned that when a single word in a sentence, it tells us that, when one word that appears is the noun, which is the main subject in any sentence. Okay, now look at this sentences that are given there. The numbering given there is 21 to 25. The broken window, broken relationships, the irretrievable broken relationships, the dead and broken relationships, our relationship is broken. So it gives different meaning in every sentence. It's not the same meaning. Broken word, the broken word is giving lot of meanings, and even the word class of the word is changing in every sentence. Important thing that you need to understand here is whenever you add suffix or prefix to any word, what happens is their form also changes.
Hello.
And then, yeah, ma'am.
Good afternoon.
Oh, sorry. Okay. Now look at the sentences. Now, when you're looking at these sentences, now look at the explanation which is given down also. You can look into the few blanks that are given there. The dash window. It's already filled up. The sentence is given above, and down it is given as the dash window. The broken window. Now look at the paragraph. There is a numbering there, 26. Can you just look at that number 26? Tells us that if there is only one word between an article and a noun in English, that word has to be adjective. I hope it is clear for everyone now. So these are few real rules, set of grammatical rules which you need to follow when you are writing a sentence. So he tells what? Tells us that if there is only one word between an article and a noun, the word has to be adjective. The same way, look at the second set, 27 sentences. Tells us that if only one word that precedes a noun, it is likely to be an adjective. And then 28th sentence tells us that if only one word that follows an adverb, as it turns out to be a noun in English, that word has to be an adjective. So 29th also tells us the same thing. So this shows you what? The word class. Word class is nothing but, I told you, it is parts of speech. So the word class of a word keeps changing based on the usage of the word, where it is placed, how it is placed, and how it is used in the context or the situation. Based on that, it keeps changing. Now, let me just share. Yeah. Yes. Now look at this, a small thing that I have written about this part. Syntax is knowing a language, including the ability to construct phrases and sentences out of morphemes and words. So this is nothing but, this particular thing, the last topic that we have learned in the unit is about how to construct phrases and sentences out of words. That is very important. The part of grammar that represents a speaker's knowledge of these structures and their formation is called syntax. In other words, syntax is the study of sentence patterns of languages. Didn't we learn the sentence pattern now, students? Yes? Till now, we have been reading the sentence pattern only. That is where the noun is placed, where the adjective is placed, how they are placed. That is what we have been learning. The aim of this study is to show that syntactic structure is and what the rules that determine that syntactic structures are like. So we did a quick, we went very fast through the unit in the last topic that has been given. This is all about how the words can be used and how the structure can be done. So this is again the same note which I have picked up for you all. Determine the word classes of a particular items, rely on the distribution, the environment in which we find a particular word. So this environment here is nothing but the way you use it. For example, the dash tells us that only a noun that follows an article. This is what you have already done. A syntax is not particular about a word or its shape, but rather about its class. Now, what is this class here? Can anyone specify what is the class there? What is the class? We are using this word class many times. Class is nothing but, it is nothing but the part of speech. Okay. Now let us go to the slide where we were speaking about. Yes. Now we learnt about the open class and closed class. Open classes, under open class you have nouns, verbs and adjectives. Closed class you have conjunctions, prepositions and determiners, which in detail we'll do later. And we have affix here. The root words are also there, which we didn't do today, but we'll do later. In the affix, we have inflectionals, that is ER, S and ED, and derivational un, S and in. These are few examples that I've given over here. That's it. Any doubts? Mugisha, Shamu, I can see them, and then we have 10 others on the class. Now Sheen, AR.
Madam,
Yes.
madam, this is about syntax, no, madam?
Yeah.
Syntax is used to form a correct sentence.
Yes, that is what grammar. Where to place the word, how to place it, where are we placing it, that is very important in syntax. It mainly tells you, the grammar rules. Which word should go with which word. That is the reason I gave you a few sentences which are there in the reader. They have, the wonderfully those sentences have been given for you. For example, we have read about, you have told about the dash, and your friend has added women over there or boys over there. You add girl over there. So we know the rule that when we are speaking about a sentence like that, which is beginning with an article, we are placing the next word that has to follow it as a noun.
Noun, madam.
So the syntax actually tells us about the rules, which word has to go with which and what you can do, how you can fill in the blanks. There's an exercise which will come in based on this in your exam paper.
Okay, madam.
So like this only, fill in the blanks would be there and you will be adding up the words. Choices also will be given over there sometimes. If not given also, I think now you are thorough with these things, you'll be able to do it. Only thing is page number 88, where there are words are given over there. Please learn few words. Try to understand the word class of those words.
Okay, madam.
So nobody would miss not doing the exercises which are given in the textbook. Please be honest to yourself and try to answer all the check your progresses on your own. And later, when you're not able to, do it. So, I mean to say, when you're not able to, when you're not able to answer those things, only then would you go for what is called checking the answers at the back.
Okay, madam.
Okay.
Madam, could you share the textbook pics today, Unit 5?
Only this textbook part is only for me, I think so. Huh? Okay, give me some time. I will just check all, try to send you all the papers. You still didn't get your textbook?
No, madam. They didn't inform me.
Okay.
That's the reason why I'm asking you to send.
Okay, I'll do it. Okay, when I'm free, I'll just try sending you those things. Okay. So
Okay.
tomorrow again, we are meeting in the afternoon, same time. And be ready with your textbooks. And thank you. There was a disturbance from my end. I'm logged in through two gadgets. I'll try to solve it for tomorrow. Okay. Thank you, students.